How do banks set their interest rates? They set their interest rates in such a manner that their margins will cover their cost of doing business. And the cost of doing business is very high. Every bank branch runs generators, they burn diesel on a daily basis. Now the cost of burning diesel to make sure that the business is running will find its way into the calculation of the interest rate. If electricity was abundantly available, that element will not be there in the calculation of the interest rate. All other input factors come into the interest rate, even including the taxes that they may have to pay. So the inefficiencies in our business environment actually contribute to the high level of interest that banks charge. However, on the supply side, the interest rate that depositors demand is based on the fact that there is continuous inflation. And why there is continuous inflation is because there is continuous increase in exchange rates. But this is where Central Bank of Nigeria comes in. Because my personal view is that it doesn't matter where our exchange rate settles, whether it is at 200 or at 300 or at 300 or 400 or even at 500. For me, it doesn't matter where our exchange rate settles. However, the Central Bank of Nigeria should, and they have the capacity to, keep the exchange rate stable for a long period of time, like 1 year, like 2 years. That way, you take care of anticipated inflation. That way, you can help businesses to plan. Because it doesn't make sense if in January exchange rate is 400 naira, and by the 20th of February, it is 520. And let's not deceive ourselves, even though some people get foreign exchange at discounted values. Everybody, including the people who get it at discounted values, use the street rate of 520 or 480 or 450 to value their goods and services. So it's a highly distorted system. You understand? And it impacts everywhere, including the interest
So what about
rates.
the new policy that the CBN has introduced? How will that help in any way?
The new policy is actually helping because it's helping to drive down the street exchange rate, which unfortunately is the focal point of everybody.
Why? Why is it the focal point? Why can't it be the
because that is where
Why can't it be the 305 set by the CBN?
No. It is the focal point, even though it's a very insignificant part of the FX market. But it's a focal point because that's where the man who cannot get foreign exchange from the actual source gets it. And that also leads me to another opinion I have, that I do not think that the Central Bank of Nigeria has any business getting involved in buying and selling of FX. The Bank of England doesn't buy and sell FX. The Federal Reserve Bank doesn't buy and sell FX. In all those countries, FX management is an interbank business.
So why do they give it to the BDCs?
Because in Nigeria, the central bank manages all FX.
Is it right to give it to the BDCs, knowing that the BDCs have to make interests in selling that dollar?
No, the BDC is actually helping because there are about 2,800 of them scattered all over the country. So they're able to reach as many people as possible.